you doing? Trying to get your 5 food groups and your rainbow, give you a great day. So tonight I'm just gonna make a little quesadilla. I put a little olive oil in my pan, just gonna give it a swirl. I'm on medium heat, so I don't wanna fry and sizzle. I wanna be careful, so about 4. Remember we talked about a rainbow, so I wanna try to get red and orange and yellow, blue, purple, and green foods all day long. You don't have to try every meal, but all day long. So tonight, the quesadillas are great. I have orange, red, and yellow little peppers. I have green onions, and I'm gonna add a little green spinach to my quesadilla at the end. I'm gonna show you just a quick cutting. And if you have things that there are a bunch, if you take them, cut them in small, hold them together tightly instead of one at a time. That will get you going a little bit faster. Always keep your eyes on your fingers, keep moving them back. So these are my green peppers. I'm gonna add everything to my little saucepan first, and those will start simmering. Then I'm gonna just cut my peppers quickly. Now sometimes you have 2 choices of knives. You have a serrated edge, which is kind of a wavy edge, and then you have a straight edge. Sometimes a serrated edge might work better on things that are slippery, okay? And I'm just gonna cut these. I'm working next to my stove so that you can see me on the video. So I'm cutting them in half. I already took the stems off, and then just gonna cut them in slices. I don't need to chop them tiny. You can if you want. I'm just doing a quick slice on these. As they cook, they'll get smaller, okay? So my quesadilla is gonna have vegetables in it. Sometimes people make a quesadilla with just cheese, put it in the microwave, and it melts, and it's great, and it's easy, and a very quick snack. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and make a healthy quesadilla. So I'm adding my brightly colored vegetables, and orange, red, and green really are some of the powerhouse vegetables to give you a lot of nutrients in your daily intake, okay? So those are just gonna saute away, just using my little flipper. Don't ever leave plastic in the pan or it'll melt. My spinach I'm gonna use at the end, and I have mozzarella cheese, which is a little less fat. I have some leftover chicken that was already cooked, and I'm just gonna chop that up, take it in little pieces. You can use beef, pork, any kind of fish quesadillas if you want. You can make it without meat. However, what we're going to talk about next is protein, okay? So besides your colorful vegetables and 5 food groups, protein is a food group also, plus a nutrient. You also have carbohydrates, which are breads and pastas and rice. Then we have fruits, we have vegetables, and we have dairy. Dairy would include milk, yogurt, cheese, things that come from milk, okay? So, but we also have the 6 nutrients. Now this is really what you want to get every day. So protein, carbohydrates, fats, good fats, which is olive oil, sunflower seed oil, not necessary corn oil, vitamins, minerals, and then water. Water is a nutrient, so you want to make sure you're trying to get a lot every day. Now, protein. Here's my little spiel on protein. It is a key building block for your cells to help build your muscles, make your bones and your blood healthy and strong, and then give you fuel. It is fuel for your energy. And energy is just you getting up in the morning, making your brain get going, not feeling tired and sluggish, or if you're an athlete, you have energy to really perform well. That's why you see athletes and bodybuilders, they have a lot of protein intake. Now, as a teenager, you should only have 3 to 5 ounces. Now, what's an ounce? Well, You could think your fist, a small fist size, like a burger or a chicken, not a double burger. This is a little steak, a little frozen steak. It is actually 6 ounces, so it's kind of on the big side. An egg, that would be considered an ounce, so 1 or 2 eggs in the morning. Here's, don't forget, we have nuts. Oops, nuts in my quesadilla. Yummy. Black beans. So on the label will tell you in ounces. And again, also I'm going to show you a little fish here from Alaska. So there's a large variety of kinds of proteins. So the amount is important too. You just don't want to overload it and have humongous big burgers and steaks and things like that. So you can also get plant-based protein if you're a vegetarian. So that would be soy products like tofu and garbanzo beans and things like that. So back to my quesadillas, because they're getting hot. So I'm going to give them another little toss in the pan. This is called sauteing when I have actually I'm only on number 4 of the heat. And then I'm going to add the chicken. You want to just cook them a short amount of time, otherwise they get all wilty. And then I'm going to add my chicken. It was already cooked yesterday, so it's leftover. And you obviously you could cook fresh. And I'm going to sit that in my pan. Now, some spices. Okay, I am not a salt person. We get a lot of salt in your food that comes in packages or in restaurants and takeout. Of salt adds flavor. So I'm a big pepper person, so I like pepper. And then to get a nice quesadilla flavor, cumin is something that gives it flavor, not heat. It's not hot like chili powder. Of course, you could add all your hot spices, habanero, spice, chili powder. You can add anything you want. You can add anything you want to a quesadilla. Okay, this is looking good. Now, actually, it's on the dry side. So what I do is I take a little salsa, and I like verde salsa, which is more from a green tomatillo. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on this. And that's going to give it a little, not be dry, make a little sauce as it heats. Okay? So now we're making a quesadilla. So I also need this pan for my quesadilla. So I'm going to take this, and it's fine with me. It's cooked. And I'm going to pour it in a bowl. So I have my pan for my quesadilla. Okay, so right there, if I want to talk about my nutrients, I have vegetables, I have protein, that's about it. Okay, sorry, off camera. Here comes my grains. My grains are my carbohydrate. Now, tortilla, it's a flour tortilla, but it's a whole wheat tortilla. And then I found one, excuse me, pepper made me sneeze. Found one with chia and quinoa. So those are some other high-powered proteins. So now my pan is empty. I didn't wipe it out. I'm gonna make a quesadilla that has crispy sides. It's like a half circle. So some people like to take and put their filling in there, put it in the microwave or the oven, and just melt the cheese. And then you have a soft quesadilla. I like mine a little more on the brown side, okay? So I put my tortilla in the pan, and then I'm gonna take some filling, and I have enough for 2. I'm just gonna make one right now. So I'm gonna take my filling and put it on one side like that. And many of you might know how to do this. And then I'm gonna take some cheese, and I'm using the mozzarella cheese, so there's my dairy. So right now I have my 5 food groups. I have my wheat, grains, that's my quesadilla. I have chicken, that's my meat, that's my protein. I have the peppers and onions, that's my vegetable. I have my dairy, which is the cheese. Now I'm missing fruit. Okay, well, fruit was not gonna go in this, but I can add little blackberries later for snacking. So fruit's a good one for your desserts and your other stuff, okay, during the day, other meals during the day. Okay, I'm gonna take this and flip this. All right, if I had a second one going on, I could put it right there in the pan, have 2. So right now I'm just gonna wait. My heat is still at medium. I don't need to put a lid on it. So I'm just gonna wait till it gets brown, and then I'm just gonna flip it like a pancake, and then I'll be pretty much done. Now, I have the spinach. Okay, so it's not really a quesadilla food, but I like it. I just sort of put it in the inside of my quesadilla, kind of like on a sandwich. I would use avocado if I had some. I am all out of avocados. So we just need to wait a few minutes for that to get a little brown, and then I'll flip it over and then I'll be ready to go. So let's review. So we want a lot of things. We want the rainbow. So we want red and orange and yellow, blue, purple, can count together, and green. So we want that all day long. So when you think of foods, brightly colored foods, they're gonna give you the most nutrients. My paper went flying. Okay, my nutrients, this is the biggie stuff. Protein, meat, beans, eggs, fish. Carbohydrates, that's your grains and your breads and your pastas and your rice and your corn and things like that. Fats, good fats, olive oil, safflower oil, avocado oil. Bad fats, butter, margarine, sour cream, stuff that tastes really good, okay? Vitamins and minerals. Now, vitamins and minerals, most of those are in our fruits and vegetables. So that's kind of our fruit and vegetable group. And then good old water. And water can be in tea and Gatorade and not soft drinks, but like coffee drinks. Although your Frappuccinos, those things are pretty high in calorie because they got a lot of sugar. Okay, it's not super brown, but I'm in a hurry because this is getting to be a long video. So we want the rainbow. You want your 5 food groups, and the 5 food groups really should include your 6 nutrients. Okay, hey, that's it. Quesadillas tonight. Bon appetit. Have a great day. Bye.